This NFL Films production is a presentation of the National Football League.
I guess at that moment, at 11 a.m. in the morning, it's building up, it's brewing. It's a rage, a silent rage that I have. And when I put the pads on, your name is introduced, it's time for the game, it's time for battle. You can't look back, you're exposed now.
National anthem. Unbelievable. If I hear the national anthem, boy, I tell you what, I get the goosebumps and I'm ready to wet my pants every time I hear it.
Football is where my place is. That's where I fit. I have a peace when I'm on that field.
It's kind of like a serene feeling. I don't hear the crowd, and I pray a lot when I'm on the field.
Thank you, Lord God. Hallelujah.
When I play with so much energy and so much force that I can move 350-pound man and not even think twice about it.
Hallelujah!
7.5 minutes to play. Give George going right, cuts it up, breaks one tackle, spin, dives, fights, scores! What a run!
I tell people all the time, you can't find a guy and say, I'm gonna make you a defensive lineman. It's either it's in him or it ain't in him. And we're very special people. We're God's people. He put us on this earth to go out and chase the pretty boy quarterbacks all day long.
The whole objective for those guys up front is to hit the quarterback. And not only get to him and hit him, but to hit him hard. And I understand that.
48! Wants it deep. Got Moss down there. There's the ball. Douglas in. Touchdown!
They call me the super freak. Why am I the super freak?
It's okay to be a pretty boy. I'm a pretty boy, people say. But when I step on the football field, it's a different story and a different level.
You're going to be taking off for a trip here today. I'll try to narrate as good as I can. All right? Here we go.
Get you some popcorn and your favorite beverage and sit back and enjoy.
He's not going to be intimidated by me, and I'm not going to be intimidated by him.
Football is really a sport that demands toughness from everybody.
Hey, Seaman, 96! Blue 45!
The tougher you are, the more respect you get.
There's no way you can fake being a ball player. You just can't fake it.
If you're not out there and you're not passionate about playing and you're not out there giving it your all, you're not going to be out there very long.
It's not something that you just go click. Now I'm this crazed maniac. Trust me, it's either it's in you or it's not.
388!
My ultimate thing is just to take a fan and put him in a uniform and let him come to training camp for a day and let us bang on him for a while so he can see what it's like. so he could see what it's like to have someone coming at him full speed with the glare of doom on him, looking to just thrash him, take him straight out, crushed.
No matter what happens out there, you always have to have a physical nature about you. I've been slapped by a receiver and knocked off my feet. But the ability to come back and stare in this guy's face is very important to establish out on the football field.
But I could have cleaned you out. My back turned. I took it easy on you because who you are.
And I realized I always wanted to be the hitter and never the hittee.
Playing the game on the line of scrimmage is a physical battle. When you really drill a guy, you don't even feel it. You just go through that guy like a hot knife through butter. Any play where I can actually pull out and get out there and actually not hit anybody, that's my favorite play right there. When I'm just out there dancing, blocking Johnny B. Air, I'm real good at that.
Man, that's the trenches. Heck no, I don't like that. A lot of hitting going on in there. And I try my best to stay out of there. It was a little bit heavier and things like that. I mean, that's the desire and the love I have for the game. I get down there and bang with those guys, yeah.
You do have to be pretty tough and mean and nasty. It's football. It's a violent game. Because if you go in there acting like, a powder puff, then you're probably going to get the kicked out of you.
Anyone can hit a guy blindsided. But when you're faced up in the A-gap, coming one-on-one, and you get lower than your opponent, and you hear him go, just a little, you take the air, you take the pride, you take the energy away from the guy. You have to put your head down there, and you got to inflict pain on the other person.
No, no, no!
It's gonna be shots out there that people gonna take on you, and they gonna hit you, and you might go, but when you get back up, and you take the best that they have, and you get back and shake somebody down and make somebody miss and go to the end zone, they be like, this guy's gonna keep coming all day. It's gonna be an all-day fight, and I recognize that. There's gonna be times when you get the best of me, but I wanna get the best of you as much more you get the best of me.
It's inevitable. You're going to get smacked around. You're going to get up and get back in his face and challenge him, or you're going to back down and be meek and quiet.
Man out and get the ball, baby.
Let's cut that hard out. Come on. It's a hunt. All 11 guys on the side of the ball that with you. Just tear you apart. Pick you apart piece by piece, quarter by quarter, play by play. And every time I get a hit on him, that's going to make him a little bit harder for him to do his job. And you look in a guy's eye and he's thinking, how in the hell do I get out of here?
As a quarterback, oftentimes you don't get a chance to really show your toughness. And I think that one way as quarterbacks get that opportunity is by standing in the pocket and showing a willingness to hang in there and take a hit and deliver the football.
That's what you want to do. It's almost imposing your will on somebody. Just whacking him and whacking him. And pretty soon he'll quit unless he's just that tough. We know how tough it is to go through a 60-minute ball game. And I think the respect of your peers is what you want from that. And I think when they see you get up off that ground, when they know they got you with that good shot, and you get up and you walk off, they're looking at you and they're like, that's one tough son of a bitch right there. And if you walk back in that ball game, they're like, oh my God, what I got to do to get him out of here? And that's that will that we're talking about, that will, that heart, that love, that passion that you go out and play this game with. And you won't let nobody take that from you. It's almost like the running of the bulls and you got caught in that little alleyway like that lady with that bull. When I line up, I'm thinking this is my play. This is going to be the play that turned this game upside down and we win the ball game because of this play right here. Every time I line up, I'm thinking this is the one. Here's my chance.
I'm looking to see where he is. Looking to see where he's lined up in relations to field position. I'm trying to get myself as much as I can in an aggressive attacking type mode.
As I see the guy, the cornerback out there, I'm trying to see, measure his steps. If he's playing 7 yards back, 12 yards back, 70 yards back. How many yards he playing back? I look at that.
I scan to my left, I scan to my right, I look straight ahead at the linebackers. I try to peek at the safeties. Try to watch the D line, see whether or not they're shifting. But I try to maintain this. I try to watch the back of Troy Aikman's head the whole time.
Solid, solid! Blue 45, 53!
Prior to the snap, trying to look at pre-snap reads and see what the defense is doing and where the blitzes might be coming from and what they're doing in the defensive fronts.
You've got a 300-pound guy across from you that can run like a deer and can jump over buildings, and he just wants to kill your quarterback.
Be alert there. Be alert there.
Sometimes you don't want to look at him. Sometimes you want to look a different direction to make him think a play is going a different way if we're running some misdirection type of stuff.
Apple, apple!
It's me and gaps.
Stay in your gaps.
And me and my reads.
Blast, blast! Wide, Ray!
I'm going to know what you're going to do 80% of the time before you even snap the ball.
My job is to score points, to run the clock down, and to wear a defense out. You run up between the tackles, you know you have to deliver a blow. You know you're going to get hit.
Looking at his hands and his eyes, and then down at the line of scrimmage, so I'm kind of looking at three things all at once.
There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, and we're right there ready to pounce.
That ball's snapped.
Just got to get off. Can't be held up at the traffic light because you'll get ran right into.
Everybody's energy, complete from the tips of your toes all the way to the hair on the top of your head, is unleashed at each other. There's just the sounds of grunts and the smell of sweat, and your hands are coming up in there trying to grab on a guy and just trying to pummel a guy.
It's like wrestling almost. You see a guy get slammed on the ground. Guys are getting the crap knocked out of them. All that adrenaline flowing. You catch that first pass, it's all over with them. Now you just smooth sailing.
I cause havoc.
Attack.
I've got to be on an attack mode every single play. Whether you pick my hole or another hole, I know you're coming downhill, and I'll be there to meet you. Anyone with the opposite jersey, you're definitely going to have to deal with Junior.
Woo! It's all auto now. I just want to let it flow. A mute button. I don't hear the crowd. It's kind of like an onboard tracking device on a missile. I hear receivers saying, I had you beat, but you don't have a cornerback beat until you catch the ball. I don't want him to get any points.
It's a battle, man. When you meet him in the hole and you hit pad with pad and helmet to helmet, you just embarrassed him. This is the best feeling in the world. But once they get in their minds that, okay, he's going to run me over on this play, and you make a move on him, he's like, oh, damn. What is he going to do next?
I like hitting quarterbacks. I say I'm going to build a camp 3 yards in your backfield, and you're going to hate that I'm there, but there's nothing you can do about it. There's 5 big elephants right in front of it. That ain't what I want. I want that gazelle that's behind him. When you hit that quarterback, he's like a nice little pillowy cushion. Just lay on him and enjoy him for the moment that you're there, and tell him you'll be right back.
You're completely focused on trying to execute the play. Looking downfield, trying to feel where the rush is coming from, what blitzers may be coming, where your hot reads are. It takes tremendous concentration, play in and play out under those circumstances.
I see bodies, flashes of colors, angles, leverage game, how I can maneuver, where he's coming from. Is he too sharp? Is he too flat? Is he over the top? Or is he underneath me? Can I get around him? Bait him in. I'm playing almost like a magician. I'm gonna let him come in as close as he wants, and then I'm gonna make one move that he's not gonna even touch me.
I'm just looking at that ball rotate. Man, the first thing I'm thinking is, yes, touchdown. Of course, if I'm ahead of a defender, he's gonna do anything he can to slow me down, by grabbing my arm or tugging my jersey, and then when I go up for the ball, he might tug my jersey. So am I gonna catch it with my hands while I'm still running in stride? Am I going to throttle myself down and jump up and catch the ball? Am I going to catch it with one hand? I want to make that catch so my teammates can come to me instead of me going all the way back there to them.
And then, once that whistle blows, it's about picking yourself up, fixing your chin a little bit, and pulling a knuckle that just got popped and whatever, and getting, trying to get that knee to unlock. Most of the time I'm walking back to that hill going, oh my God, how am I going to make the next play?
Because the people I go to war with, that's an extension of my family. I love those guys. If you're afraid, call the police, because this ain't a game for no coward. If your heart's pumping Kool-Aid, don't walk out there on Sunday.
it's kind of like a unreal feeling, because you're saying, man, get up. Because just about every player, if you played the game, you've been down for a minute. Been down myself.
Hey, come on, we come against any demon, any lie from hell. Come on.
And you always expect the guy to get up.
Wait, take your time. You ready?
You almost expect to play with a sprained ankle, a sprained elbow, dislocated fingers, sprained neck. I mean, that's common.
When I get the knocked out of me, I laugh. Jason Belzer rung my bell this past year, and I was out. And it seems like the stadium went from left to right and right to left, but I actually was in the middle of the field. I start walking toward the end zone. I just bust up laughing.
I think it was Teague came and hit me up under my chin, and I got my braces on, and my lip was stuck to my brace. So of course I couldn't talk because it was hurting, so I had to go over to the sideline and pull my lip out of my brace with my hands.
Man, get you a drink and suck it up.
I broke 2 bones in my hand, but John Lynch kind of got me on that one. We call it friendly fire around our neighborhood.
I thought your shit was blown out.
No, he stepped on it.
I know.
Look. And Pep looked at me and said, "Oh, come on, Howie Long when it came out on that one."
Yeah.
That's a full cleat on my leg.
Would Howie Long come out?
I tell you what, let your step on you like that.
I know, it hurts.
Man. I looked at him, I said, you know what? I ought to slap you in your mouth. I can't believe you said that to me. I'm one of the toughest people you know, and you know it had to hurt for me to come out of this ball game.
Give me a hand. Hang on, wait a minute, Larry. Take your time, babe. Take your time. You all right?
You gotta kill me to drag me out of that stadium. Not to be playing? Come on. Nah.
Gosh, I must have had at least 6 on my left elbow, 1 or 2 on my right elbow, 12 surgeries on my left knee. I've had 5 on my right knee, 1 on my back, 1 on my kidney, and now it's old hat. Because now I'll be like, gosh, you know what? I know that after I have this hunk of bone taken out or have this deformity in my knee fixed, I'm gonna feel a lot better. And so I almost get to the point where I say, hey, you know what, bring it on, let me get this thing fixed, and let me get back out there as soon as I can get out there and play.
What you get in return is being part of the game. Just being part of this game. You know the sacrifice, and you're still willing to stick your neck out there.
Team is family. Football is family. You're playing beside your brother. You love the white brother. You love the Samoan brother. You love the brother himself, because we all have on one thing, that star on our helmet and that blue and gray. Hey, you're not thinking about all this other stuff. You're thinking about what we're gonna do to win.
Your commitment to one another and to the team is tested constantly. When you see guys and you look down there and it's 4th and 1 and you look down the line or you're in the huddle and you see the guys that you've been working with and sweating with to move the football yard and get 4 more downs and moving it and trying to get into the end zone. That's basically what it comes down to. And when you see firsthand the sacrifice that people make, it becomes a very lasting bond.
For me, it's complete fear. I am so afraid of failing. I am so afraid of not getting my responsibility taken care of. Every play I'm gonna go out here whether I'm hurt, injured, beat up, whatever the case may be, sick, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna play as hard as I can for the guys that are lined up beside me.
And I'm gonna especially do it when the game's on the line. That's hard.
We call it the dog. Just having that dog fight in you. No matter who the guy is, I just like a dog in the guy.
There's nothing like having Bruce Matthews fly over the power of Brad Hopkins, slap somebody in the face because they hit you the wrong way. You know that no matter what or how it goes down in that game, that the guys in that huddle, they got your back.
You know, I've always just asked that if you go into war, then I'm coming with you. That's all I've ever asked of any teammate of mine, is the respect that I demand for myself, and I'll give you, man to man, eye to eye, mano a mano. If you go in a fight in a dark alley, you taking sandwich. And I want to say, you know what? In a heartbeat, and twice on Sunday.
I just let the big guy get down. I'm not internationally known.
They can't cover me. That's why they want to talk to me and try to distract me, because they know they can't cover me. And they coach know they can't cover me. He dying to have a receiver on the team like me. If that's what you call me, a hot dog, then I guess I'm a hot dog with plenty of mustard.
They want a touchdown. Here's O'Donnell back, looks to his right, now looks to his left.
Throw, catch, touchdown, Keyshawn Johnson. Jets are on the board, and Keyshawn begins to celebrate.
I'm going to make a big deal out of scoring touchdowns all the time. I'm going to high five. It's all about the fun and loving the game. If no one likes it, then that's on them. If you want to be a stiff and walk back to the huddle and go, oh, I've been here before, that's you. That's what you choose to do as a person. I choose to do something different.
I'm in the young, freaky era.
We should be in the end zone by now. Let's crank this up.
When that ball is in the air, man, I just get emotionally crazy. Just throw the ball up there, I go fetch it like a dog fetching a Frisbee. I like to dance a little bit, oh yeah. You know, guys was doing corny stuff like the moonwalk, the backflip, the centipede, all that type stuff. No, we're gonna go out here and dance. The Viking in my end zone. One day he was waving me to come on. So I just took the run, dropped the ball, and sprung as high as I could and got up in there. Now I'm looking at some of them guys' face, head, arms, all that painted purple. I'm looking, man, what in the world going on? But that's just the love they have for the game and their hometown team.
Some people call it work, some people call it recess. It's recess time to me.
Get the out of here, baby! Hey!
My enthusiasm will be shown.
What's going on?
And if you have a problem with that, then stop me. I only talk smack when someone starts it.
Come on, baby! Already hold it! Okay, come on now.
If we're out there and you want to talk smack to me, I can play that game.
Brad! Getting in the game. Brad! You fresh too, right? You're fresh too, right?
Some guys just talk noise to you, period, no matter what you're doing. And you picking up 10 and 12 yards. And, you know, I hear somebody say, it's going to be like this all day. I said, that's fine. As long as I'm gaining 15 yards every pop, that's fine. It can be like this. You're going to catch me on the 15th yard line when I get my 15 yards. So that's the way I look at it.
Most of those guys are all lined up on the outside of the line of scrimmage, and they're running routes, and they're hitting somebody every 6 or 7 plays. Those are the guys that are all...
Shut up, throw that ball, you old man. Old man. Well, you better hope you can play as long as me. Hey, when you get on your knees and say your prayers tonight, pray. Pray you can play as long as me.
Now me, on the other hand, having to hit somebody every play, you know what? I don't trash talk, I syrup talk. And what I mean by that is I'll go out with a bottle of syrup on each hip and I'll start pouring on the guy. Man, you're having a great season. Woo! You're kicking butt, taking names, huh? I want to be the guy's friend.
Hate him.
The thing that really drives me nuts is seeing a defensive lineman make a sack and then going into some elaborate dance or whatever they do. You know, I'm going to do this dance move and then I'm going to, you know, do the splits. I'm going to spike the ball this way. Every time I block somebody, I don't start dancing around, you know, and doing something absolutely ridiculous.
Nah.
And we always look at guys in film that do that and say, God, what a clown that guy is.
I tell a guy in the first quarter, I'm going to make him cut you. I say, oh, my God, you're in trouble. They're going to cut you after they watch this film. Hey, welcome to the party, baby. I have a ball. You know what? One time we was in Philly, and they were playing We Are Family, and all 11 of us are bobbing like, we are family. And it's crazy. We're all bobbing. And Hardy runs to the huddle. I got all my sisters in me. Over 2. And we come out of the huddle, and I'm like, oh, my God. I get to go out and run around with my friends, yell, scream. It's the best thing in the world. I mean, I'm so sick with this. I mean, it's just ridiculous. If it was a fly in my head and he'd tell the world what was going on, they'd put me in a mental institution, no doubt about it. I know they would. They would commit me that day, that minute, right then. They say, we got to put this kid far, far away from anybody. He's not thinking on a rational level right now. I'm so far gone at that moment, it's crazy. I always said it's a kid's game. I mean, you can get 3 of your friends, 6 guys, and you can play it. Just finding you an empty lot and a ball and some people that really like the game, and let's go play.
Nice job, Moose. Nice job. Nice job. Hey, Eric, nice job.
If I see 3 guys talking, they're talking about me, I'm hoping they're saying that, that guy there is a leader. Nothing more. Going into a huddle, looking at 10 guys and saying, giving them direction.
Let's have a good time here, huh? What do you say, huh? Let's go. Play off each other. We know what we got to do. Someone makes a mistake, someone cover for him, all right?
I mean, to know that you control everything that goes on that field.
Wide, Ray.
That is something that I'm going to miss.
Give me a 3. Give me a baby. Hey, guys, we got to get in and out of the huddle now. Get in and out of the huddle.
I think a team really runs into trouble if a quarterback, separates himself from the rest of the team, and sometimes that is a challenging prospect.
Set! Green 85, hey!
I'm a very intense, competitive guy on the football field and can get, pretty hot in a hurry.
God, I tell you every time.
I can be a little too demanding, I think, of the players and my teammates around me, and I've got to be careful about that.
Hey, guys, that's a embarrassment out there. That's a damn embarrassment. We can't block anybody up the hour hugging the ball early. Junior League.
Sometimes my intensity gets me in trouble on the field, and sometimes it's really been able to make me the player that I've been able to be.
I'm the same way. I chew a guy's behind out, and I will put my finger in his face.
Come on down here. Hey, we out there lackadaisical right now. Eric, we need to hustle our ass on the field, get in the damn huddle, call a play, come off and bust these in the mouth.
I think there are moments where you have that little window of opportunity to say something that may click to somebody else, to make sure that everybody understands what we're playing for.
You gotta execute, you gotta emphasize that. It's imperative that we execute.
There are times when you sense that we're a little flat.
Hey, listen up, man. We set a standard last week. Let's live up to it today. Let's get on their ass fast and get them early.
Sometimes I don't say anything. We're ready. Let's go.
Ain't no words for this. We ready. We are ready.
I don't try to be a leader or go out and say, well, I'm the captain of this team. I just try to give knowledge or say a few words of inspiration to guys that may need it.
A person who says he's a leader and has no one following him, he's just out on a long walk. But when you start having people follow you and really solicit your advice, I take that very seriously.
So even if he's off, his first step is going to be to you.
No matter how much time I'm around a person, I want to have an influence on them in a positive way.
When I talk to our cornerbacks, I talk to them about how to play football. 35, and I got tapes where I show them.
Thank you.
When you inside, you inside. When you outside, you outside. You know how to make plays, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Well deserved.
When I finish with the game, I want the Cardinals to be better than how they were when I played, when I first started. Anything I do, I want it to be better than it was when I first started.
The Arizona Cardinals make their first playoff appearance in 23 years.
For a long time, the Cowboys, they're the measuring stick, and they would pound us.
This is the next step. We got to have it. This is the next step, and we got to have it. We got to have it. Who with me? Who with me? Who with me? Let's get it up.
Aikman looks down the middle. He pumps it once. He throws it right. It is intercepted at the 40-yard line. Phineas Williams.
To go down there during the playoffs and beat them, we had turned it around. We beat the Cowboys. It was an awesome experience. You need guys who can go out, scout the land with nobody around them, and then come back and tell the troops it's okay up ahead. I'm I'm one of those guys.
You might see me catch a ball between my legs before my career's over. You never know. How am I going to catch this ball?
To see the athletic ability of some of the players in this league is astounding. You just sit and you marvel at them. I'll never forget watching that Super Bowl against Green Bay where TD's just coming through the hole and whoop, and I think it was Eugene Robinson just in the dirt. Just to be able to spin and to do those things, to me, obviously I can't do anything like that. You know, I can just stand in front of people and go, okay, come at me.
I say it all the time. I wish I can do that. I watch a guy like Warrick Dunn make a guy miss right in the middle of the hole. Look like he's getting ready to get hit and head-on train wreck, and all of a sudden, he just steps to the side and the guy falls on his face. Something I couldn't do.
Barry Sanders. You wonder how the hell he got out of that situation. How did he break that play and scores 70 yards? What the hell did he see, and how did he feel doing it?
There are times where, you know, you make a move and you don't really study the move that you just did, and you try to get back to the film room as quick as possible to go back to the second quarter. I want to see this one move that I made.
You do those type of things and just say, wow, thank you, Lord.
How did that happen? And then I kind of slow it down and try to figure out, you know, how was I able to keep my balance after I got hit so hard. And then I think about it and I say, well, maybe because I'm lifting weights all the time. And I start giving little reasons, you know, trying to justify why it happened.
Eddie Jordan, he hurdles, he gets the touchdown.
I admit I've taken ballet classes. I never wore the tights, though.
If I could be anybody, I'd be Randy Moss. I'd slide on the uniform, that big 84 jersey, and I would go run, I would go jump, I would go make plays.
The sideline caught by Moss, makes a tackle 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, pouring it down 20.
To do the things that guy's athletically gifted to do would be an awesome feeling.
Off the field, I think I'm more of a cool, relaxed. You know, you can get along with me off the field. On that field, I think I just turned into a freak. As skinny and fragile as I might look, you know, they haven't seen nobody come through there to do the things that I do, so it's like an advantage. Back in the day when they was throwing the deep ball, it was just a deep ball. Now that I have a lot of height, a lot of speed, the ability to jump, you know, it's like a handicap game. I'm a basketball player also, and Jordan was already in basketball, so football's entertainment. You know, I try to go out here and be a complete football player, because that's what I do. I play football, it's my job. But I can't help that I entertain.
To have that ability to be graceful and fluid and agile enough to break a long run, to be a game breaker, to make three guys miss and then run through somebody and then cut back on a DB and then sprint to the end zone. I mean, that's what the game is about. It's about poetry in motion.
As a runner, you can sense it. When you're having a good game, you're just like, man, I'm one play away from busting this thing and taking it the distance. One play.
Smith for 9, Smith for 3, Smith for 8, Smith for 7.
And finally, when it comes, it's like, yeah, that's it right there.
Smith all at the 20. Can he spin 3 more yards? First ball. Oh, he broke away. Look at him go.
To carry the ball 60 yards down the field and get in the end zone is a special feeling, because that's what you live for. It's almost like a dagger to someone when you take it 60 yards. You take the wind out of a defense when you can do that. One of those kind of plays can definitely change the whole complexion of the game.
Down 9-6, no panic, cool. First drive of the second half is the most important one. Simple play, we run it all season long. Haven't been out in the open damn near all year. This is your opportunity. I was looking up at the scoreboard to see who was behind me and see who might be coming from.
Touch back up the middle, 35, has room, 40, he's out of here. 50, 68 yards, Eddie George, touchdown!
It was there for me to take it, and I took it and ran with it. and we never looked back.
It is just, you just can't even fathom it.
I'm gonna go crazy my first Super Bowl.
We gotta get to the bowl.
You know that.
We gotta get to the bowl.
In the Super Bowl? I'm going crazy in the Super Bowl.
Knowing that all these people watching, knowing that you got an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, knowing how hard you work to get there.
Once you achieve that ultimate goal of that championship, I mean, that's the most fulfilling thing you can do. And anybody tells you they leave the game without a championship, they not worried about it and all this, you're lying bastards. You're lying. You're lying to yourself, and even more, you're cheating the game. Don't cheat the game of his ultimate prize, because that's what it's all about.
It is unbelievably huge. It is just, you just can't even fathom it.
And you're waiting in the tunnel, and you see the Roman numerals on the field. It's like, okay, this is it. This is what you play the game for, and we're gonna do it.
And they sing that national anthem, and you look around that stadium, and you're just like, oh man, I cannot believe it's here. And once you got done with that, I mean, once the enormity of that situation was over, it became a football game.
I thought I had a great game plan. I was thinking of going out there and beating Steve Young and Jerry Rice down.
Young goes deep middle. He's got Jerry Rice. Touchdown 49ers. Touchdown 49ers.
It was embarrassing. As simple as that. I haven't seen the film to this day. They rested Steve Young. That's embarrassing. That was probably the biggest disappointment in my career.
They dictated the game to us. And I'm thinking there is 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. This game is damn near done.
Hey! Last I heard, you had to outscore somebody in 4 quarters. They're celebrating. They're celebrating right now. Look at them. Go win the game. Go, let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Leave it alive. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
You know, this was the stage, the biggest stage on earth. And I was not going to go down like that. I was not going out like that. This is it. We had to find a way to score, get back in this game, and win the damn thing. Period. That's when it all started. You know, we just got into that rhythm, made plays. I'm just running through the tackles, doing what I have to do. You know, everybody is tired on that field. And that's when all those days of running and lifting, that's when it all comes out. We could have been playing on a dirt field in a parking lot somewhere. It didn't matter. Nothing mattered. I was just so focused on what I had to do. You know, I was going to do anything and everything possible to get in that end zone. I was not going to be denied. It was an incredible, incredible experience.
So it all comes down to this. 6 seconds to play in Super Bowl 34. Rams 23, Titans 16. 1st and 10 for the Titans. 1st and goal to go.
It was, I ran my pattern. I see him make the catch. I'm like, OT, this is going into OT, and we got it. This is it. We got it. And he tackles him. He stretches out for the touchdown. Nothing. I look to my left. I look up. The clock's at 0. I look back down. There's confetti everywhere, rushing out on the field. And it was over. Just like that. Over.
I cry sometimes after Super Bowls. When the Rams won, when Reggie White won his, when Denver won their first one, man, I want to win one.
Probably my absolute favorite moment is when I realized that we were going to win Super Bowl 27 in Pasadena for our first Super Bowl win. That's probably my favorite moment of my career. People always ask me what I remember most about that game, and it's not one play. It's seeing the guys' faces on the sidelines when we won the game and we had just basically become world champions. People had said we would never win a world championship with a lot of us on that team.
How sweet it is.
You don't ever recapture that. You don't ever get an opportunity to recapture that first time.
To go out on the field and just to take that final kneel, to be able to see John win his first Super Bowl, it was just so sweet. It was just unreal how that felt to me.
I just remember just walking to my sidelines to sit down to collect my thoughts, because I wanted to see what it was like to win it, to see how they felt, to see their joy. So I thought for sure that I was going to hold that trophy up that night. And I'm just saying to myself, I'm going to have to make it back. I'm going to have to. This is just the beginning.
Nothing else I'd rather be doing than playing football on a Sunday afternoon in a nice Florida sun.
You can almost feel when it's football season because the grass is cut. You can smell it in the air. You can smell it coming. You can see the leaves changing colors. You just get that overall feeling like, yeah, it's time to put the pads back on. It's that time of year again.
That cheer, that loud sound that just like gradually builds and it starts to rock and it just like runs right through your body. That little feeling there, that little high there is what you play the game for.
What's so thrilling about it right now? I'm 30, I'm 31, and I'm playing with young guys, and I'm beating them.
Emmitt Smith has just made Cowboys history. Emmitt Smith is the Dallas Cowboys' all-time leading rusher.
Playing under any condition. I mean, rain, sleet, snow, ice storms, sub-0 degree weather. That's the battleground. That's how the game is played, no matter what. No matter in a hurricane.
In our first game last year against Washington, we went into overtime. I threw a pass to Rocket Ismail on 3rd and 1. You have a moment like that, and you realize that that's why you do it. And that's why you deal with some of the things that you don't enjoy, some of the hard times, and that's how you get through those times, because it's those moments when you win a game like that that makes it all worth it.
The game has taught me invaluable lessons. It's amazing what you can put yourself through and what you can make yourself do if it's important to you and you believe in it. I can achieve. I'm a survivor.
I play a sport that I love. I work in a place, in an area that I love. Most people can't say that. I've been places through this sport, places I probably never have thought about going in my life, and seen places and seen things and been around different people, different personalities, different athletes, great athletes. Seeing guys get hurt, seeing guys battle back from injuries, seeing guys overcome obstacles, including myself. I mean, I love this. I just love it.
It's something everybody can identify with. But I bet you everybody knows what it's like to pick up a football and walk out with your brothers and sisters or, your friends and go out and play a game. Everybody tackled somebody. Everybody caught that 3-yard out. Everybody, caught that slant and ran. Everybody can identify with the icky shuffle and catch that touchdown and stand in the end zone like Billy White Shoes Johnson. Everybody can identify with that. And they still talk about the Titans Super Bowl when the guy's on the 1-yard line stretching for all he's got trying to score that winning touchdown. But it's the most popular game in the world. No doubt about it.
I would want to leave the game with my generation carried the legacy, and we took the baton and we increased the lead. Not just bankrupt the game, but leave something for the youngsters who are coming behind. That's part of our responsibility.
I think sometimes fans don't realize how important it is to us. It's not about the money. It's not about fame. It still is about what it's always been about, and that's winning football games.
When you have a collection of individuals bonding together for one common goal, it's something so special that you can't imagine what it's like when you get to that moment of, truth, and all 11 of you are standing there. You're looking each other in the eye and you're like, let's get it done.
We're family. Family, look out for each other. We're in hostile environment, but we're family.
We can talk all we want. We got to go out and do it now. Let's have some fun and play hard.
No tomorrow. No tomorrow. We're packed up if we lose, right? Let's go ahead and win this thing. Just win.
You guys deserve to be here. Now, I'm going to just tell you something. You played with some pride and some confidence today, man. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You just play hard and just play fast.
60 minutes. 60 minutes and don't stop. Hey, no matter what happens in the course of this game, believe it's our time. It's our time. No matter what. Let's go.
That's the beauty of it. Because as soon as it's over, it's 0-0-0 all across the board. And anybody has a shot at it. And it starts all over again. You just get that overall feeling like, yeah, it's time to put the pads back on. It's time. It's time for the game. It's time for battle.
This NFL Films production has been brought to you by the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.